most of you watching this are never gonna get your pro cards. I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm saying it because the reasons are mostly fixable. Before we get into it, my name's Jake, and I've been a bodybuilding coach for over 10 years. Now, in that time, I've helped more than 10 people get their pro cards. And in this video, I'm going to give you a few pointers to help you understand what holds people back and what you can do to give yourself the best possible chance of success. 99% of people don't fail because they lack potential. They fail because of how they train, how they execute, and weirdly, how they manage their expectations. Now, bear with me, because I'll explain more on that in a minute. Now, the first big one, and this is where most people mess it up. They are absolutely useless when it comes to the off season. You know the score, Deliveroo on speed dial, training sessions skipped, half-ass in training, and even worse, no tracking. You don't accidentally build dense muscle tissue. You don't just randomly improve your weak points. You don't magically get better symmetry. It just doesn't work like that. This stuff comes from years and years of boring, repetitive, brutally consistent work. That is tracking your lifts, chasing progression, actually eating your meal plan every day, not just when you fancy it. And the truth is, most people simply don't stay locked in long enough for change to actually happen. And this leads perfectly into the second problem. Even when people do train hard, they think this warrants them to compete year on year. A lot of people want to compete every year despite making no progress since the last time they stepped on stage. And if someone didn't have enough muscle last time, the result is more often than not gonna be exactly the same. Sometimes you are just not ready, and this is okay. Because at the end of the day, taking another year to really focus on growing is worth way, way more than a few more participation medals. Every serious bodybuilder I know built their physique through not aimlessly competing season after season, and instead they actually played it strategically. And the best part about taking your time is you get to refine your physique, sharpen your weak points, improve your posing, everything overall just becomes better. And that only happens when you take your time. With that being said though, I'm curious to know if you're someone who likes to take your time competing, or if you prefer to compete as often as you can, let me know in the comments. Now, even if you nail everything we've talked about, there is still one factor that nobody ever wants to accept, and that is genetics. Genetics matter a lot. Symmetry, muscle insertions, bone structure, muscle bellies, all of these things massively, massively influence how good you can actually become. No amount of grind, discipline, suffering can fully override a bad structure. So all of you lanky fuckers, unlucky for you. Now, this isn't me telling you to quit. This is me just telling you to play the game intelligently. You cannot control your genetics, but what you can control is your work ethic, your consistency, your discipline, long-term execution. I have seen genetically gifted athletes waste insane potential, but I've also seen average genetic guys massively overachieve, and the reason for this is because they dedicate their life to it. And this is where I want to flip the entire conversation on its head. If your only reason for bodybuilding is chasing a pro card, I'm afraid to say the chances are you're not going to get it. But what you probably will get is sent to a nut house. And that is because the sport is brutal, it is repetitive, it is slow, and it is unforgiving. And more often than not, disappointing, especially if you've got shit genetics like me. But the people who last and the people who eventually do succeed are the ones who genuinely love bodybuilding. They love training, they love the process, they love improving on their weak points, they love prep, they love the grind, they love absolutely everything about it, not just for an Instagram post or an ego boost. Ironically, when you fall in love with the process, you suddenly become more consistent, more disciplined, more patient, which puts you in the best possible position to actually reach that pro level. So if you're actually serious about this, let this be your reality check. Nail your off season. Stop competing year after year after year. Respect your genetics, but outwork them. And most importantly, do this because you love bodybuilding, not just because you want a title. And trust me, you will get way, way more out of it than chasing a pro cards. So guys, if this helped you, drop it a like. Let me know in the comments, what stages are you all at in your bodybuilding journey? I'd love to hear it, and I'll catch you in the next one.